Hey guys, it's Ashley from Bookaholics Anonymous. I am doing another book review, and this time it is, I know you probably can't really see this, but it's it sucks, Born at Midnight by C.C. Hunter. It's the first book in the series. um, so I kind of went back to the books that I I enjoy and I love to read, which are paranormal books. This one has pretty much everything in it that I could hope for. It had the werewolves, it had vampires, it had witches, it had fairies, just pretty much any paranormal it had in it. So that is an A plus definitely for me because I love all those things, and when they're together I love them even more. And it was also about a camp, which I love, and just so many aspects that I loved about books. So it is about a girl named Kylie who her parents in the beginning of the book they get divorced, and her mom thinks that she's kind of being this difficult child and all this, so she decides that she's going to send her to a camp for children who misbehave and stuff like that. Little does her mom, I wouldn't say she doesn't know. I'm not really sure about that, but this camp that she is sending her daughter to is actually a camp for uh, the paranormal, the vampires, and like I said, vampires, werewolves, fairies, ship, witches, shapeshifters, just different types. And so Kylie doesn't actually know this going into it. So she just gets on the bus and goes and doesn't realize what's going on, and she thinks all these kids that are on this bus are kind of strange and different, and she's she's confused, I guess, a little bit too. And once she gets to this camp, they go into it, and she kind of starts. She gets pulled aside with a couple other kids who don't know what's going on, and their camp counselor, Holiday, explains it to them. And I think it kind of freaks Kylie out at first, but as she's there, she still kind of brushes off what she is. She doesn't want to be anything special. She doesn't want to be um, anything. She wants to just go home and be a normal person, have a boyfriend again, have her friends. She just wants to be a normal teenager, like most teenagers, I guess, do. They just want to fit in, and she doesn't fit in right away. It kind of takes her a while, I guess you could say. And then she becomes friends and roommates with a vampire and a witch, which are Miranda, which is the witch, and Della is a vampire. And so they kind of form a friendship and kind of teach Kylie about stuff, and it's a book that I really enjoyed. I really loved it. Like I said, it has every aspect that I look for in a book, really. And it was kind of a safe book to go back to, or one that'll bring me out of a slump or whatever. Um, like I said, it is the first book, so it's got like I think 4 or 5 other books with it, which I have all those books, but they are in storage, so I have to find them before I can read the rest of them. This one I was just able to have on my Kindle, so I was able to read it. There is one thing I kind of didn't like, which, most love triangles are, but it did have one of those. It had Derek, which is a fairy, and he's kind of like Kylie in a way that he doesn't want to be what he is. He is trying to disown it, I guess you could say. He doesn't want to be a fairy or whatever. So he kind of relates with Kylie in that aspect. But, and then there is, on the other side, you have this bad boy named Lucas, who is a werewolf, who Kylie remembers from childhood. So he was a neighbor of hers back in, when they were in back in elementary school or something like that, I believe. And she remembers him, and she remembers that he possibly is the one that hurt her cat. And she didn't know why, but she starts learning the truth about him as well, and who he is, and what happened back then. And she just kind of starts to fall for him. While she also has Derek, and it's just like, oh, not this again, you know. Because you can tell that Lucas is not the right person for her, and Derek seems so sweet and wants to be there for her and talks to her and doesn't push her away and all this stuff, whereas Lucas kind of does that. But pretty much see where that love interest is going. And I don't know. I'm not sure which side I'm on right now. I mean, I really do. I mean, I like Bad Boy Lucas, but also I don't, because he seems kind of like an ass or whatever. So I'm definitely interested in reading the rest of these books once I can locate them. And yeah, and I love her best friend. I love her friend. I love Miranda, and I love Della, and I love their banter. Like, it's amusing because they hate each other, but they're friends, kind of thing. And there's plenty of times where Kylie had to step in and say, hey, you guys, look, chill out. Just chill the F out, you know. And I like that during the book, Kylie finally, even though she kind of looks at Della the vampire differently than anyone else, you know, and Della can see that, and she's kind of iffy, but there's a part in the book where Kylie and Miranda both prove to Della that they are friends and that they do care, and it's just a sweet moment between them. And then you have another character is Perry, which he is a shapeshifter, and so he's always changing into stuff, and there's one part where he changes into a cat and gets Kylie to kind of cuddle him and stuff, I guess you could say. But that was a cute little part, funny. He's always right there. I love the book. If you haven't read the series and you like paranormal, you like witches, vampires, all that, definitely check it out. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them below, and I will see you guys next time for another book review.